Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to hop on here today to talk about something that showed up on my phone today that was worth some thought that I gave to it and sharing with you guys. After reading all my heavily curated Google articles on my phone, I opened up YouTube this morning, and the first video that comes up is a video from Vivek Ramaswamy. I personally don't really care for the guy. I think he is a slick used car salesman who knows how to move his body and talk and sound so sophisticated. But I opened up a video that he had posted. It was very clear thumbnail, just him, that said something like "Dear YouTube" or "For You," something to that effect. And basically what he was saying, it was a video he had addressed personally to YouTube, but makes it very clear that he could have just called, the top corporate guy there to express how he felt. But he wanted to put it out on a video so everybody saw it, because keep in mind, he is running for governor of Ohio. He talked about, I guess there were a couple of really popular YouTube channels that have been either throttled or pulled. And he made it clear that, this wasn't only about censorship and freedom of speech, but by doing that, they're creating division among us. And the whole time I'm just waiting for him to tell me that he's going to make my wildest dreams come true and all that good Pedro stuff. But I couldn't help but think about some things after I watched that, because it just felt off. Not only is he clearly just trying to make himself look like he's for everybody, right? I mean, if you've seen the guy and you think about him running for governor of Ohio, none of it makes sense. It's like that Sesame Street song, one of these guys is doing his own thing. It's off. Doesn't pass the sniff test. Anyway, I started thinking about one of the influencers. I knew who he was talking about. The other one I had no idea, because I don't watch really large channels. I know what's going on. I get it. So I'm not going to allow myself to be overly influenced by these paid actors at this point. Some of them probably started out with really good intentions. But at the point where you're paying your mortgage and your car payment and putting money into retirement and investing solely based off of your YouTube channel, you're an employee of Google. So you at any point can be fired, as with any job. If you work for a company and you don't abide by the rules, it's not about free speech. They can do whatever they want. They can let you go. And that's what they did. However, let's roll with the free speech thing. I find it funny that he used free speech causing division and suppressing that. Because again, these guys are paid narratives. There's nothing free about what they're saying. They have politicians, lobbyists, they're making money not only off of Google, they're making money everywhere to be influenced to say certain things so that you are influenced. It's not real. About a month ago, I saw a post from someone, very big influencer, and this guy just has his head so far up in the asses of our current administration. Says he's a family guy, and he's a strong conservative, yet he decides to name drop Charlie Sheen, who we all know. I mean, Corey Feldman's been running around for years trying to tell anybody who will listen what Charlie Sheen did to Corey Haim when he was a little boy. And this social media influencer, a family guy, you know, always has pictures of his kids and how great it is to be a dad, name drops Charlie Sheen, a guy who raped a little boy. And if you go through and you read the comments on there, every single, oh God, where's that guy? Where's that guy been? Charles, man, we love that guy. He's a great actor, blah, blah, blah. Not one mention of the fact that this guy is a pedophile. I couldn't help but think about the number of views that this video Vivek put out as well. I think it had almost 400,000 views in teens of hours, not even a full day. And I thought to myself, what if social media, when you opened it up, all it had was the video and the name, no numbers, no amount of likes, no comments? What do you think that would do to social media in general? Think it would change it at all? Do you think we would be less influenced? I mean, imagine how many times do you click on a video because it has a ton of views, and you look at the video and you're like, why does this have so many views? Well, I better click on it because it does. If these didn't have that on there, God, it'd be like exploring the Wild West here, right? You don't know what land, what new homestead you may come across. It's all unexplored territory. But when we go on and we look at videos, it's all mapped out for us, what we're supposed to click on. You know, I have sheep, for those of you, most of you would know that from being on my channel. And I keep hearing this term sheeple. And I laugh because it's true. But I don't think most people understand the real true meaning to that. And here's my take on it. The one thing about sheep, yes, people probably think, oh, they flock, they stay together, and that's true. But the one thing about sheep is it only takes one to get the rest of them to go where you want them to go. I could have a pasture over here of cement, and they could all be on a green, lush pasture just chomping away. If I can get one into that pasture that's all concrete, the rest of them will go in there, despite the fact that they were on beautiful, lush food, and now they have nothing. That is what social media is all about. It's not, for the most part, these large accounts with all these numbers are not creative, thoughtful, thought-provoking information. It's the concrete pasture that the one sheep went in, and all of us are going to come off the green grass where we can thrive and be healthy and live to follow onto the concrete pasture. It's all distractions. It's all just a way for us to keep our minds in this phone and think that that is our only way to learn about what's going on and what someone who gets 400,000 views says. The irony I found in that video from Vivek was him trying to say it's creating division when he's actually doing exactly what he's saying we don't need. By him using his power, when he said he could have called up a Google rep, or Google exec, and expressed his thoughts, but instead, he thought he would use his influence so all his followers could jump on that bandwagon and, oh, that's right, fire Google, get rid of Google, even though we're using their platform to view this right now. That's creating division. And yes, he made it so clear that one of the guys doesn't even really like him, but that's not what counts. Exactly. When you're running for governor of Ohio, make sure everybody knows that it doesn't matter that you know you have haters, you're still going to represent them. What a joke. I know this may come off sounding like someone who's like jealous or, you know, envious of all these people getting views. I'm not on here for that. I'm not on here for that. I'm on social media myself because I spend a lot of time just hanging out with this guy. And I love you, buddy. But what I've said on this video today, as long as I've talked, is the most I've said out loud in a week. I don't see people a lot. I don't have conversations a lot. And yes, I probably need to do that more often. But it also allows me to stay outside of all the distractions I see happening. We're all distracted. We're not paying attention. There are so many things spinning out of control around us. I'm watching people think they've found the way. Everybody's found God now. Everybody's Christian. God's going to save them. And I've never seen anything like this before. I really haven't. And our country, yeah, we've had some pretty crappy things just happen to it. And those people that did it need to pay. But believe in the Bible or not, which I'm not going to get into how my thoughts on it. It's not important. It does clearly state there that there will be false prophets. And that people, the sheeple, will herd to the Savior, the new Savior that's going to save everybody. And I think that if we don't stay on the green pasture, stop voluntarily running into the concrete pastures, we may just be looking at some of those prophecies coming true. And it'll be really sad to watch. But I don't think it's too late. I think we need to think. We need to use our brains. We need to stop clicking on the massive number with the thumbnail that just doesn't make sense. Does that make sense? If you are doing this 2 minutes into the video, leaving your comment, your keyboard warrior comment, there's something wrong with that. Because I would think if you watched the whole thing instead of scrolling looking for the next one that you're going to click on, your next high, if you actually took the time to listen to the whole thing, think about it, you'd probably have more questions about that video than you would opinion or emotion. At least I would imagine. So, just a thought, something I was thinking about. I saw that and it just really got to me because, again, it's like slick used car salesman talking, just all the right hand gestures and the vocabulary. And I really feel bad for the people of Ohio because this guy's probably going to get in. And it happened here. I'm in Montana. We had some clear, it was just so obvious. Someone moves over here for a few years, buys a seat in the Senate. Just go to these places where they can get in. It's easy. What do we have? 1 million people here? A little over 1 million people here in Montana. If you guys want to make a difference, do not look at someone like that. Look at your grassroots. Look at your small town, your mayor, your representatives. That's where it starts. That's where we can maintain our power. Because up there, if you're looking at those people, you're giving it up. You're just letting them have it. Anyway, that's my thought for today. Thanks for listening, you guys. I'm sure nobody is at this point turkey dude. Just me and you, buddy. Right? Oh. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for listening and take care. Love you.